So current situation, I'm staying another 3 more days. Every time that I even have a split thought that I'm leaving, God just literally reminds me while I'm staying, and I'm just starting to think, and I think I just have to surrender and realize that this is the move that God was talking about when He said that I'm gonna be moving. This trip just happened to be the move because before the flight, I asked God multiple things. I said, God, can I please move out before my birthday? I said, God, I feel like when I take this flight, the only reason I'm coming back home is to get the rest of my belongings. Um, and God just kept telling me about the promised land. He had me read about the promised land in the Bible multiple times. Um, he always told me about an escape, a rescue, people coming to my rescue, and he was going to um, allow me to escape. Um, and now that I'm here, I'm realizing that this is what God was talking about. And he put it in my spirit for the days that I've been here that he had to make it look like a trip so that no one would question, right? Because he needed there to be no error. He needed there to be no people trying to manipulate or try to talk you out of what God has for you, even you, right? Because God didn't tell me for sure. He made me have an idea, a certain hint that this trip would be my moving trip, but he didn't tell me for sure, right? He never told me directly and said, yup, this is a moving trip. He just put hints in my spirit. So now that I'm here, it's like slowly catching up to me that God is saying he had to make it look like a silent escape, right? He had to make it look like a trip so that nobody in my life, family, friends, even social media, no one could talk me out of going because everybody would expect me to come back, right? It had to look that way so that God could push me out there without me even questioning it. And again, he didn't even tell me so that I couldn't mess it up. Because imagine if he told me, hey, this is the day that you're moving. I probably would have told people, hey, God planned this for me, or hey, do you think I should move because I feel like I should move this day? I probably would have talked myself out of the plans that God had for me. So I think that's the reason why, for one, he didn't tell me why I was moving or when I was moving, right? And for two, why he's revealing it now and why he kept telling me all these things before I took the flight of you're going into the promised land. You're escaping. Your rescue is coming. God is sending a community of people to help you. You're moving, right? It just all adds up. It adds up to God calling me back to Miami, like I said before, and I was scared to come back here, and he just called me back here. It's just crazy to see that this is actually happening. And even I'm gonna show you what I did yesterday because I just felt in my spirit like I'm gonna be staying. I literally took out all my stuff from my bags and I just set it up because I just had it in my spirit of like, yeah, get comfortable. Like you're not leaving no time soon. And like I said, I remember saying to God before I got on this flight, like weeks prior when he finally told me I'm gonna, the date that I'm gonna be leaving, I was like, God, I don't know why, but I feel like when I leave, I'm literally only coming back home to get the rest of my belongings. I always said that. And I packed so much. I packed like half of my belongings that are back home. Whatever's back home is literally like could fit in one, probably 2 suitcases, and that's it. But yeah, I think that's the situation. It just makes sense. I cannot see myself going back home only to get the rest of my belongings. I can't see myself going back in that room that I was stuck in. I can't see myself going back into that atmosphere because when I'm here, I feel complete shift. I feel like I'm stepped into a new life and that was an old life, and God just keeps reminding me like that old life is dead. It's dying and there's no reason to go back to it. This new life is blossoming. It's already green, and that scares me a little bit because I didn't have to do anything to make it green or to keep it green. So I'm a little hesitant by staying here. That's why I'm always like, okay, maybe in 3 days I'll leave, or maybe in 4 days I'll leave, and God is just saying like, that's not the idea that I want for you. Like here, like take the gift. And I think I just need to surrender and throw my hands up and say, okay, I received the gift, because I feel like in a way it's kind of ungrateful to keep thinking that you're leaving when God is literally handing you the promised land. He's saying, here, you're here already. Like enjoy it. Don't have this mindset that, okay, I could be leaving anytime soon. Here, you're here for a reason. This is it. So I think that's it. I just truly feel it in my spirit. I don't feel like I'm leaving anytime soon. So with that being said, this must be the moving trip.